There is an unspoken stereotype about a music legend. He is usually male, and his music is usually unique. However, today we're going to talk to you about an artist that's not only beautiful and talented, most importantly, she's going to be timeless, and our artist is Beyonce. Hello, my name is Victoria Goins, and we are Team The Bee's Knees. Today our team is going to give you a history about Beyonce. We're going to discuss her management as well as her philanthropy efforts and charity. And at the end, we're going to tie everything together into what we've learned in our leadership class.
Hello, I'm Anthony Castellani, and I'm going to be talking about Beyonce's history. Beyonce started with Destiny's Child around 1997. They released an album in 1997 and in 2001. Beyonce then released her first solo album in 2003, Dangerously in Love. Her next album, released in 2006, was B-Day, around her 25th birthday. Beyonce's next album, 2008, I Am Sasha Fierce, featured her alter ego, Sasha Fierce. Beyonce then, in 2011, released 4, a very symbolic number for the album. Her favorite number, Jay-Z's birthday, and also her 4th album. Beyonce recently released an album in 2013 entitled Beyonce. This album was very groundbreaking for her, as it featured new topics that she has not yet sang about or even spoke about to the public. Beyonce's growth strategy is pretty unique compared to other artists. She aims for perfection in the light of the media and in her music. She's not Kim Kardashian or Kanye West. She likes to keep her personal life out of the media and have her career just focused on music. She wants to be remembered for music. There's no Beyonce scandals ever going on. It's just strictly her and her music. And her audience shows that. She has anyone from the youth to grown women and even some men that enjoy listening to her music. She's also setting the standard. She has quality music, pop, R&B, soul, all mixed together, and she is just setting the standard with it. People are trying to compete with Beyonce. Beyonce's not trying to compete with many other people because she is in a league of her own.
Hi, I'm Malik Henry, and I will be talking about Beyonce's management. Early in her career, Beyonce was managed by her father, Matthew Knowles. Matthew, who was in the Xerox company, left his profession to manage Beyonce when he saw that his daughter had talent. Matthew managed Beyonce's career for 21 years, even after the split up of Destiny's Child. Beyonce fired her father in 2011. Rumors have it that Live Nation tried to acquire the rights to Beyonce's world tour, but they were unsuccessful. So they tried to convince Beyonce that he was stealing money from her. But Beyonce reveals in her documentary, Life is But a Dream, that she had to split with her father because she felt that she needed to make more decisions on her own. She felt that her and her father did not agree on many topics, and therefore she had to fire him. After Beyonce split with her father, she hired Faisal Durrani as the president of her management company called Parkway Entertainment, but he was fired in 2012. After that, Beyonce was managing herself with the help of Jay-Z, and under her management, she released her 5th studio album titled Beyonce. Because of Beyonce's success, she is able to collaborate with many other successful artists, including Pharrell Williams, Justin Timberlake, Drake, Timbaland, Frank Ocean, Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland. And because of Beyonce's revenue stream, she is able to have a large team integral to live performance and her new studio album. She has a lights team, producers, dancers, choreographers, writers, and a whole staff to make her the person that she is and her success as big as it is.
Hi, my name's Franco Giordano, and I will be talking to you about record sales and how Beyonce has basically climbed to the top based on numbers. Now, most people would argue that numbers can never lie, and Beyonce is the epitome of that. As a solo artist, she sold over 118 million records, and just in Destiny's Child, she sold 60 million. And her net worth is $350 million, which is absolutely absurd for a woman in music nowadays. As continuing on the number statement, Beyonce has been nominated for over 704 awards and has won 454 of them, including 21 AMAs, 14 Video Music Awards from the MTV, and 16 Grammys, which is astronomical amount of numbers. She is almost up there with Madonna and with Celine Dion in number count, and considering she's only been around for about 17 years, that's extremely impressive for an artist nowadays.
Hi, my name is Greg Emge, and I will be talking to you about how Beyonce has been tremendously successful outside of the music environment. She's done endorsement deals with L'Oreal, Nintendo DS, American Express, Tommy Hilfiger, PepsiCo, and H&M. Beyonce and Tommy Hilfiger began working with each other in 2004, collaborating to launch True Star, a new Tommy Hilfiger perfume line. Beyonce was paid to have her images on True Star products, as well as star in commercials. In 2005, True Star received the Fifi Award for the Best New Fragrance Commercial. The endorsement deal put Beyonce ahead with $250,000 in free publicity. Beyonce has also had a long relationship with Pepsi, doing endorsement deals since 2002, starring in many commercials and modeling and print ads. In 2012, the relationship turned into a creative partnership that would promote Pepsi as well as Beyonce's upcoming albums. The new partnership does require Beyonce to star in commercials and print ads like her previous deals. However, it also allows her to fund her own project ideas in collaboration with Pepsi. This $15 million multi-year deal with Pepsi will allow Beyonce the opportunity to work towards her full creative potential without heavy contractual restrictions. Beyonce is a proven leader in the community. She has taken her skills and popularity from the music industry and has translated those into ways that assist and motivate the community. After Hurricane Katrina, she co-founded the Survivor Foundation, a charity organization which provided housing and treatment to families devastated by natural disasters. The launch of the Survivor Foundation raised over $2.5 million for Katrina victims who lived in the Houston area. Since then, the organization has spread across many cities and now assists families in dealing with a variety of struggles, ranging from AIDS to homelessness. In 2010, Beyonce donated her entire salary from Cadillac Records to open the Beyonce Cosmetology Center at the Brooklyn Phoenix House, a nonprofit drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. Since then, she started a program for 7 months that prepares adults to become licensed cosmetologists. On top of a standard curriculum, students learn computer skills and customer service skills, as well as receiving job readiness support and placements assistance after graduation. Recovering addicts not only come out sober, but they have skills that will last them a lifetime throughout their career.
My name is Nardini, and I will be discussing critics' opinions and their doubts on Queen Bee. Some say she is getting too old, and that her sex appeal, which is a main marketing strategy for her, will not last forever. Some other people say that her music hasn't really had an emotional connection to her audience. She also hasn't evolved much as an artist, and some people say that her music sounds the same throughout her 17-year career. While critics say that she's too old, we believe she has the potential to reach the height of her career. She recently dropped an album that has shattered iTunes records, and her music is continuing to grow. She has remained relevant for 17 years, and her mainstream music has not worked against her. She makes this music that is relevant to many people.
So you're probably wondering, why does this all matter? And if you're Dr. Petrucci, you're probably thinking to yourself, how does this tie into everything that my students have learned in class, such as motivation, strategy, organization, culture, and leadership? Well, as far as motivation goes, it can be assumed that Beyonce experiences both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Her intrinsic motivation, we can see this through her philanthropy and her charity efforts, whether it be her cosmetology center or her Survivor Foundation for Hurricane Katrina. Both weren't highly publicized. It's not that you see commercials for Beyonce helping. She's doing this out of the goodness of her heart, it can be assumed. And for her extrinsic motivation is somewhat obvious. If we just go back to the hundreds of awards that she's been nominated for, and even just the 400 awards that she's won on her own, and her net worth of $350 million, as well as the countless number of endorsements that she receives, that is probably what motivates Beyonce to keep going, as well as just pleasing her fans. In regards to strategy, in the beginning we talked to you a little bit about Beyonce's growth strategy and how that is unique to her. But what we didn't really discuss is her adaptability. Like we said before, hipster isn't everything, and Beyonce has been able to create mainstream music that appeals to an insanely large audience while still remaining true to her core values. In regards to leadership, well, we can say that Beyonce is a referent leader. We can go back to the same thing with her charity. People like Beyonce. She has a huge fan base. People want to be like Beyonce. Women want to be like Beyonce. Men want to date Beyonce. Unfortunately, she's married. But that is what makes her such a strong leader. It's not that she holds power. She's a vocalist. It's not that she has legitimate leadership. It's that she's a referent leader. People want to be like Beyonce. So next we can talk about organization. So Beyonce is basically running herself like a business needs to be run. We came to the conclusion that she's an adaptive organization. She responds to internal and external factors. She's flexible, and she responds to her audience wants and desires. We also came to the conclusion that she's running a tall organization because her staff is very large. So if we thought of Beyonce as the CEO, it can be guaranteed that her lighting staff, her video production staff, her choreographers, they're not all reporting to Beyonce. There have to be some lower level people that are basically working the floor in order to make Beyonce what Beyonce is. As far as culture, the only thing that we can say is that she has a strong culture. Beyonce has this loving and caring attitude towards her fans, the many of them that she has. Like I said, she responds to what they want. She caters to her audience. She even talks about it in one of her videos where she says that she felt like she had to stifle herself as an artist for a long time. She didn't really get to talk about some of the things that she wanted to talk about because she was trying to cater to the youth that still followed her. And in her last album, we see a transition into a more sexually explicit type of music, and some of the things that she talks about in her album are more sexually explicit because she feels like she's earned the right to talk about them and that her audience has grown up with her, these fans that have followed her for the 17 years that she has been in the business. And if that still doesn't convince you, well, we want you to watch a few videos of people that have already been inspired by Beyonce.
Mama said, you're a pretty girl, what's in your head? It doesn't matter.
Brush your hair, fix your teeth, what you wear is all that matters.
Leave me, you out of your mind. We dress into them. He picked me up, we made me feel so lucky. He kissed me in his lips. We be making love and still the one I could. I'm trying to make us still the one.
Thank God you blew it. Thank God I dodged the bullet. I'm so over you, baby. Good looking now. I wanted you, babe. I'm so through with it. 'Cause honestly, you turned out to be the
Best thing I never had.
Sing, remember those walls of build, but baby, they're tumbling down. Ain't even put up a fight, I didn't even make a sound.
Take my hand, I won't let you go. I'll be your friend. I will love you so deeply. I will be the one to kiss you at night. I will love you till the end of time.
I don't know why you love me, and that's why I love you.
You catch me when I fall, accept me flaws and all.
I miss you like every day. Wanna be with you, but you're away. I said I miss you, missing you insane. But if I